I already filmed this video once. I'm going to have to film it again. That's what I get for not waiting for Alex Cora to speak after the game. Welcome into another edition of the Red Sox Rundown. I am your host, Jack Lauderay. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. The Red Sox made a major decision last night, and we're going to break it all down in today's video. But before we do, we are 50 subscribers away. 50 subscribers away from our goal of 5,000 subscribers. We're trying to get there by the 1st of September. If this is your first time ever watching one of our videos, first off, hello. Thank you so much for taking the time to click on the video. Second off, subscribe, because this is the best channel for the latest Red Sox news, rumors, recapping every single video so you don't have to watch them. This is the channel for you. We are pushing to the playoff pushing to the playoffs. When the playoffs start, we will be live for every single game. Don't miss out on the coverage, daily coverage here on the channel. Hit that subscribe button, help us get to 5,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So Jack, what is this big news? What is this big decision that went down last night? Well, it's weird, and I'll break down why in a second, but the big decision that needed to be made, and that was what this original video was going to be, was Walker Buehler's rotation slot is slotted to start today. And this is the first time since he was sent to the bullpen that his slot is up. So this was a big day that was circled on a lot of people's calendars. Who's going to take his spot? Is it going to be Richard Fitts, who's already in the Red Sox bullpen, or is it going to be Kyle Harrison, who is in AAA? Those were the two that it seems like were in pole position to land the spot, and we got kind of an answer last night after the game. Alex Cora announced that Brennan Bernardino would be opening the game, and then the assumption, this was not said definitively by Cora, but the assumption is that Richard Fitts will take over after that as the bulk guy for the rest of the game. Now, the reason why this is weird is because, one, why don't you just start Fitts? Why do you gotta burn Bernardino in the first? Is it a matchups thing? What is it? I don't know, because Fitts did not have to pitch last night, and that, from all accounts, that was going to be the deciding factor on who was going to start today. Was if Fitts got used at all this past weekend against the Yankees, he didn't have to pitch at all. So he's fresh. He had to warm up last night, but he didn't pitch. So it just makes the most sense that Fitts just slots into that spot and starts. So I find it a little weird that Bernardino is opening, because then it's just a glorified bullpen game. And you haven't really answered the question of who's going to be the fifth starter, because you're still using Fitts out of the bullpen as the bulk guy. He's basically getting the start, but it's not a definitive start, if that makes sense. And, Cora has spoken about Kyle Harrison in specific a few times, and he said that there's still a lot of work to be done. He's got great stuff, but he's not very efficient. I don't think Cora's ever been sold on Kyle Harrison as of right now. So I thought Fitts would be the natural option, and while it seems like he is, it's weird again that he's got an opener. So that's the decision for now. When we get to this point in the next turn of the rotation, we'll see what they do. But I hope as we get into this playoff push into September that we actually solidify a fifth slot in the rotation, because bullpen day, fifth man, when you've got a lot of depth in AAA, just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Now, you guys let me know in the comments. I asked this question the last few nights. Now I'm going to ask it in a different light. Who would you have picked to be the fifth starter? If it was Kyle Harrison type KH, if it's Richard Fitts type RF, technically neither is getting the start, but Richard Fitts is more than likely going to be the bulk man after Bernardino's opener. So you let me know, who would you have selected to be the fifth starter? KH for Kyle Harrison, RF for Richard Fitts. You let me know down below in the comments. I think that Richard Fitts makes the most sense, because then you don't need to do a roster move. He's already on the big league roster, but I was more intrigued by Kyle Harrison. I was interested to see what he has, because he's got very intriguing stuff, but they completely overhauled his arsenal since he got traded here, earlier this year. So I was very interested to see maybe what Kyle Harrison had, but Richard Fitts made the most sense. And it seems like, through everything that we're reading, that's what decision they ended up making. Now, the reason why this decision is so big is because it's kind of setting up the rest of the season. I don't think they're going to keep flip-flopping people in one after the other into that fifth rotation spot. I hope not. I think that would be a mistake, but the bottom of the rotation, I'm just not convinced, and I'm not comfortable with. Dustin May pitched yesterday. Didn't look good. 3 home runs, 5 runs. Couldn't get out of the 5th inning. Not great at all. Walker Buehler shit the bed. Excuse my language. Crapped the bed, in the 8th. Richard Fitts has been inconsistent. He's had some good starts, but he's also had some blow-up starts. You're bringing in some unproven commodities from AAA. Like, the bottom of your rotation is the definition, the epitome of inconsistent. And when you get into the postseason, past the wild card round, hopefully, and you get into the divisional round, the championship round, the World Series, you're going to need more than 3 starters. So they need to figure out and lock in who they want in that 5th spot so that they can get comfortable in that 5th spot, in that turn of the rotation. Because as it sits right now, I am not comfortable with the bottom of the rotation. But you let me know, are you worried about the bottom of the Red Sox rotation? Type Y for yes if you are, type N for no if you are not. Let me know down below in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. I'm not comfy when it comes to the bottom of the rotation. But you let me know. Y for yes, N for no. Are you worried? We're going to talk about the game here in 1 second. But first, if you've not already, go down below and find the link to my Twitter. It's also twitter.com/JackLotteray, my name. But I'm going to link it down below in the comments and description of today's video. I live tweet every video. I tweet out highlights. I give my instant thoughts. Every time a move happens, I tweet about it as well. Twitter is the website I go on the most. And you should follow me over there. We just got over 1,000 followers. Help me continue to grow. Help me continue to, gain more of a platform and following. I love talking about the Sox, and you're going to get a lot of Sox talk over there. It's also the best place to reach out to me in my DMs or just responding to my tweet, like responding to tweets or tweeting at me. Like, I always respond to replies or DMs or everything on Twitter. So that's the best place if you want to get a hold of me as well. So link in the comments, link in the description, go down below, follow me on Twitter. Best place to stay in touch and follow everything going around surrounding the Boston Red Sox. I'm going to be quick about this because I already did this video once and it's getting late. Red Sox lose 7-2. The key points of the game. Dustin May doesn't look good. Goes 4 1/3 innings, gives up 5 runs, 3 home runs. Just didn't look great tonight. Didn't look good at all. Last night, excuse me. Didn't look good at all, and is definitely concerning because he's like really good, then really bad, then really good, then really bad, and that's not. I don't, that type of inconsistency. I cannot do that. Like, my mental health cannot sustain that. So he needs to find some sort of consistency, so that, going into the playoff push or going into the postseason, we can feel a little bit more confident. Walker Buehler is the other pitcher that kind of crapped the bed. Brennan Bernardino comes in and is great, gives you an inning and a third. Walker Buehler, 2 1/3 innings pitched, 2 earned runs in the, I believe it was 8th. Jazz Chisholm 2-run home run to ice the game. I don't know what to say at this point about Walker Buehler. It sucks. It is what it is. But yeah. Pitching did not show up tonight except for Brennan Bernardino. The offense didn't either, though. Like, it's not just the pitching, it's also the offense. Only 5 hits. You did get 5 walks, 10 Ks. The only real kind of offensive output tonight was Nathaniel Lowe, who came in and pinch hit for Nate Eaton. He went 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. He had 2 of your 5 hits. Like, Nathaniel Lowe is going to go down as one of the most sneaky best Red Sox signings of the last decade. Like, he's been fantastic so far. Hopefully it's not a fluke. I don't think it's a fluke. It's been a week or so now. He's been hitting really well. But yeah, it was really just Nathaniel Lowe. So your offense didn't do much either. 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. You left 7 runners on base. At the end of the day, it's a nothing burger. You're going to lose games. And this is just a game where they just came out and Rodon shoved and they hit 4 home runs. Big whoop. Jazz Chisholm and Trenton Grisham was literally the entirety of their offense. So it's going to happen. At the end of the day, you leave the Bronx winning the series, which is huge. I think all of us would have been satisfied with a series split because you would have clinched the season series. But they went a step further and actually won the series, which is fantastic. And you set yourself up with a relatively nice cushion in the standings. Now, everyone basically won today. The Royals won, the Rangers won, the Mariners won, pivotal teams. The Blue Jays did lose, though. It's weird how that works. The Blue Jays lose, you lose. The Blue Jays win, you win. That's just baseball for you. So you don't move. In the East, you're still 5 games back. The wild card, you basically lose the game you gained yesterday. The Royals are now 4 games back of passing you in the wild card. You're now only a half game up on the Yankees for the first wild card spot. You're a game up on the Mariners. So you're still positioned well. It sucks to lose the game, but now you're going into Camden, you're facing the Orioles, and you've got all 3 of your best starters going. You've got a Brennan Bernardino, Richard Fitz quasi-bullpen game in game 1, and then you've got Lucas Giolito, then Brian Bayo, then Garrett Crochet. I feel really good about that series. And everyone's going to be like, but Jack, they just swept us at home. They faced Walker Buehler and Dustin May. I'm much more confident with the top of our rotation going. So you go down below and predict the Red Sox record against the Orioles. I'm actually going to go 3 of 4. It's a 4-game series. I'm going to go 3 of 4, but you let me know. Predict the Red Sox record down below in the comments. That's where I'm going to end it, guys. Thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video. We are going to have a short later tonight recapping the first game against the Orioles. Then tomorrow we'll have another long-form video with everything you need to know surrounding the Boston Red Sox. Again, make sure you subscribe. 50 subs away from 5,000. Let's get there, folks. I can taste it. We're so close. Help us out. Hit that subscribe button. If you've already hit the subscribe button, send that link to a friend. We'll see y'all tomorrow. And until next time, go Sox.